Hey there, wonderful audience who have joined the Revolving Relationship today. Get ready to embark on an incredible adventure with us. Subscribe now and let's explore the concealed secrets and uncover the truth together. Today, we will delve into a challenging topic that is relevant to all of us on our journey: handling deceit and betrayal. Well, my friend, today's story about OP being cheated on after 5-year relationship and don't know how to cope. Let's see what happened. This is my first time ever writing one of these posts, but I'm truly at a loss. I'll try my best to include old details. I am 23, found out my ex, F22, had been cheating on me for 4 months. We were together for over 5 years and I hate to say it, but our relationship was great. We were so happy together and we had even lived together for 2.5 years as well. There was no doubt in my mind she was going to be the one. We were both big choir nerds and then ended up in music school together as well. We had a shared life. There were maybe a couple of underlying things in the relationship that we maybe struggled with here and there, but nothing we couldn't talk through and work out. For one, we had a somewhat competitive relationship. Due to us being in the same field and being professional musicians, which is competitive enough as it is. We had some tension through the years with some things, but nothing we couldn't talk through and support each other through. I do know that she had had a very traumatic past relationship that affected her in many ways. But for one, she openly talked about this with me, but she relied heavily and solely on me as her support system. She had friends, but she wasn't close enough to anyone to really feel supported in any way. This led to her putting a lot on me, in which I really tried my best to give her everything I could to support and love her, but it just didn't feel like it was enough. As of maybe a year ago, she very slowly started changing, and she was trying to become more independent, and I supported her through that, but I definitely noticed her changing for the worse. She became incredibly distant from me, developed a huge drinking problem, started hanging out with lots of new people, and most importantly, began becoming addicted to working out at the gym. This slowly but surely also started affecting her and who she was. Fast forward to September 2023, she had gone out drinking and woke up at a friend's house. Now at this point, I had gone to bed early the night before and I thought she'd be coming home from work. But she went out and I had no idea where she was in the morning. This drinking problem was something that I was incredibly sensitive about. But it very slowly started to feel like she was trying to dissociate with me completely and not talk about anything. I got very upset about this and told her that I was so worried and scared when I woke up, and she wasn't home and that she needed to at least communicate with me before she goes and gets incredibly drunk. She had also been sent to the ER from a bar and had almost died. She got very emotional and felt lots of guilt and shame, which I didn't want to happen. But to just try to give her a little wake-up call cause I genuinely care for her. But this led to her moving out. She moved out, but we agreed she just needed some time away and that we were still very much together. We continued to do lots of things together, but we were definitely in a rough patch. It was incredibly lonely and difficult not living with her. But I managed as best I could and also did a lot on my end to make sure I was supporting her and trying to fix anything that I needed to fix. Well, months go by, and I become suspicious of a guy she seems to be working out with a lot. I know of this guy, and he had always been friendly with me, but this was definitely raising red flags. I started asking her questions about him in a really calm and appropriate way, and she would always deny everything and say they were just friends. I trusted her and moved on. Well, here comes the beginning of February 2024, and things are actually getting better. She was planning on moving back in soon, and we had slowly but surely really worked on things. Until I receive a text from the guy she has been working out with, basically telling me that they had been in a relationship for 4 months and she had been living with him while I was suffering and waiting alone in my apartment. This guy was also upset cause she had assured him that our relationship was over, so he felt screwed over in some way. I really don't buy that, but whatever. I went into an instant panic attack and hurried over and confronted her at work. I thought, maybe this isn't true and this guy is fucking with me. Unfortunately he was not. She confirmed all of it. I was furious, more angry than I had ever been in my life. I no longer knew who this person was, cause the girl I fell in love with would have never done this in a million years. It was so baffling to me, cause we both have been horrifically cheated on in the past and we bonded together in that way. I talked with her for a couple of hours, and she just kept crying saying she was so sorry, and that she felt like a piece of shit and that she doesn't deserve to be alive. It's hard not to sympathize with someone you spent so long with and that you loved so much, but it's also hard to sympathize with someone who continuously lied to you about this person for months on end. Even after she had talked about her being uncomfortable with me friending an old high school friend on Facebook. Yet she was living and sleeping with this guy. It is the biggest slap to my face I've ever received. Needless to say, things ended between us and between them, or so I thought. It's been a rough couple of weeks, but I've had a lot of friends supporting me through this. Well, I made the mistake of stalking her gym account today. I couldn't tell for sure, but I'm 99% sure the shoes of the guy she was with in her story was the same guy. I'm now at a loss and am really confused as to what really happened. I definitely regret ever even checking her account. I've had urges to text her throughout these past 2.5 weeks, but I know it's not going to do me any good and I won't get anything out of it that'll make me feel better. But after what I saw, the urge has never been so high to text her and genuinely ask like, what's going on? I sound so dumb, cause I don't need to know that anymore. And it would be better for me to just leave it alone, but the curiosity is genuinely eating me alive. I feel like I need to text her, but I know if I do I'll instantly regret it, but at the same time not texting her is driving me absolutely insane. I'm in a lose-lose situation. This is genuinely by far the most overwhelming thing I've ever experienced in my life. I hate to say it but, I don't know how much longer I can sustain this pain day in and day out. This is becoming unbearable, and although I have lots of support from people who care about me and love me, nothing is helping. And in a weird way, I feel things getting worse with time. I keep telling myself, maybe we didn't talk about it enough, maybe now that more time has passed like we can process things more. But there is absolutely nothing that I can get out of texting her. I hate that I know that and yet I can't get the absolute urge to text her out of my head. I just want some advice and or support through this situation cause this is genuinely starting to become unbearable, and I don't know how much longer I can live with this pain. I can't escape it no matter what I do. I'm so sorry this is so long, but thank you guys for reading and listening. Please comment, like and subscribe. One more video coming later today. Let me focus getting that out first.